Alright, well, here we are. I found it. This is the MS-170, and I don't remember. I think it had a longer bar on it, and I had told them that I would prefer to have it with a shorter bar, and only because my thought is more revolutions on the chain because it's shorter bar, and I didn't need the longer bar to start with. And that's why I did that, because I do have the Husqvarna in the shop over there. I think they call it a Rancher 55. Now these saws are like 12 years old. I don't use them a lot, but I do use them quite a bit, you know, near the end of the year when I'm cutting wooden things, but it's not an everyday saw for me. But it's a mess because it's just been sitting on the floor picking up debris. So I just put some chain oil in it. I just put the new fresh fuel in it. It had a drop in there, but I just put a little fresh fuel. And I put a little bit, just a little bit of cleaner. Which I normally don't. But I figure out what the hell. When I do my gas, all my gas, any gas that goes into a container on this property has 2-cycle in it and Marvel mystery oil. And I use it in everything, if it calls for it or not. And after it sits for a while, if it sits for more than 4, 5, 6 months, and I find that I'm not using it as much, I put it in the vehicle and I burn it. And then I refresh the fuel again with using 2-cycle and mystery oil. I actually use mystery oil in the vehicles as well, in the fuel. Not every fill, but I'll put like 4 ounces to the first couple of tankfuls, and then I'll wait a tank or so because there's always a little bit left in the old gas, so through the course of maybe 2 months, I may go through, I don't know, 6 to 8 ounces of mystery oil per vehicle. And that's because I do some driving. But that's about it. And I'll tell you, I noticed when I went to, why I started doing that was I always used to use it, and I'll actually put mystery oil in my oil. If I know I'm going to change it. I don't know if I would leave it in there or not. It's just me. But if I know I'm going to do an oil change, like for now, if I was to say I'm going to do an oil change next weekend, and I'm not going to be doing a lot of driving, I'd put a quart of mystery oil in it today. Or enough just to fill it, or a little over. You don't want to overfill your oil tank, your crank. But I'll put mystery oil in it and I'll run it. And then I'll drain it all out and put my regular synthetic back in, and that's all there is to it. But other than that, there's always mystery oil around here. I don't want to have to take a chance to pick up a 5-gallon bucket that I don't have marked, straight fuel, 2-cycle fuel, so I do it all. My generator runs on it, it doesn't hurt it. My lawnmowers run on it, it doesn't hurt it. I don't care. I even use mystery oil, though, back to mystery oil, in the John Deere, to a tank. Now, I don't always put it in there, but I'll add, a couple ounces to a tank every now and then. So, all right, I'm going to try to get this thing fired up. It's been sitting here for a while, so I'm going to put you over here for a minute, guys. And let's see. I think all the gas that I spilled is dry. Let's see if this thing will start. Take the choke off and try it. Whoop. But I'll do it at run a minute. I didn't like that little throttle song. When I go to throttle it up, it wanted to stall or bog. That could be because of a dirty carb, dirty line, or whatever. Or because it hasn't been started in so long. So I'll let it sit out there and run for a few minutes. And then we'll go out there and see if we can do some cutting. Cut. Alright, I'll be back. A question for you guys. I don't use this thing a lot, but I figure it'd come in handy every now and then. Right here. Now, I'm going to ask a stupid question, but there's my tape measure. I just bought a new one because I couldn't find this. But there's, in my opinion, there's no such thing as a stupid question. But I have this little thing here that I do use. Not a lot, but I do use it. The oxygen. I'm thinking that is maybe helping burn, but the same token, it's just giving me the pressure that I need. So, would my air compressor work? And if so, is there an adapter that I can put on here so that I can refill that tank? You know what I mean? You know, I don't mind going to buy MAP gas because that lasts me forever. The oxygen, however, goes through quick. And it'd be a lot easier if I were just able to, you know, pump air into it from the tank, you know, naturally under a controlled, you know, environment so I don't over pressurize the thing. But I'm pretty sure that it's pretty stable at this point to where I'm not going to over pressurize it. I'm not going to go out and cut the wood just yet. The saw is still running out there. I'm going to run for another 5 minutes. I set the timer to remind me. And when the wife comes home from shopping, which will probably about an hour because she's not going that far, I will at that point go out and do the cutting. So normally it wouldn't bother me, but like I say, you know, right now I just soon have somebody around when I'm working with dangerous tools. So, alright, I'm going to read my mail. Still haven't got to my mail. I'm going to read my mail.